you want to start a podcast, definitely recommend that you go to Anchor. Anchor is an app that will help you create that podcast for you. It is free. You can use it on your phone, your laptop, or your computer. You can also be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. What's up, everybody? This is a new episode for this week for the No Holds Barred crew. This is your boy Dom, and to my left,
Michael Stein. Hello, everyone.
Hey, it's your boy Gunner checking in. What's up?
And I'm having an identity crisis. So today,
Bro, that's dope. Can you just stick with identity crisis?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
That's shit.
well, the person that you're hearing was supposed to be Houdini, but he don't like that.
Who are you today?
Yeah.
Let's go with it's your boy Malibu Drew in this bitch.
Malibu Drew.
Hey, we want me to be identity crisis,
Bro, we supposed to be taking this shit to the next level. Malibu Drew.
What the fuck?
Hey, I'm the most animated out of everybody.
All right,
so
man.
Deal with it.
Moving on back to Dom.
Yeah,
cool.
so first off, I do want to dedicate this podcast to John Witherspoon, a.k.a. Pops. He recently passed, age of 77, so this episode's for you, man.
Man, rest in peace, Pops.
Yes.
But did everybody see that post on social media where they was
can I
like,
get
we
a
all
bang,
got about
bang,
burritos.
bang?
Yeah, I know.
Put some hot sauce on
One time for the one
Put some
time.
hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
Yo, shout out, JD Witherspoon. It's John Witherspoon's, I believe, his oldest son.
Yeah.
I watched him for some years now on YouTube. He do like Let's Plays, and like he got like a gaming channel. He do some stand up comedy and shit like that. Yeah, so if y'all are not following or haven't seen him on YouTube, his name on there is Run JD Run. He has a nice little tribute to his father, so check that out, and definitely go like and subscribe, support the channel.
Alright, so while we on John Witherspoon, I got a question on what's your favorite John Witherspoon movie?
Movie? I'm gonna say Friday, bro.
Which one? Like one?
The
all
first one.
First one?
The first one is the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like he had a lot more lines in the first
one. It's a
one.
cult classic.
Well,
He didn't really.
You say a lot more lines.
He had a lot of funny lines in the second and third one, but like his conversation consistently was throughout. Like
He was a much better written character.
You had the
to
win
me
some,
in the
lose
first
some
one.
scene. You had come on, Craig. You had that scene.
Right.
You had the
Like,
morning scene.
Use a macaroni.
You see what I'm saying? You had the morning scene. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Like, bro, that nigga had all scenes. The bathroom scene.
Yeah, I get that.
I smelled your shit for 22 years. Thank you. Smell mine for 5 minutes.
Better put some more on them shit. I like pig's feet.
Boy, really?
Ball.
Like, man. I think I'm gonna miss that nigga on the Boondocks though. Like,
Well, see, yeah, I just watched that just to reminisce on him. Well, I mean, Boondock. I mean, I don't know. Boondocks was him to the T. Just everything. But I mean, as far as lines go, I liked them more in was it Friday After Next?
Oh, yes.
Just when you put him with his little brother Leroy.
oh yeah, you talking about Don DC Curry?
Yeah, like I mean, just watching these two
Was
grown
his
men.
name Leroy? Or was it Elroy?
Elroy.
Yeah.
Elroy.
I'm a little dyslexic right now. So
I don't think that's.
it is. You switch the L and the E and the L. Leroy, Elroy.
You're not reading anything.
Yeah, just hopefully say this is not live. This is all scripted. We have papers in front of us that tell us what we need to say.
No, we don't. There's no excuse for that.
None whatsoever.
But either way, but yeah, just watching like, cause as kids y'all fight or whatever, but just to watch that movie and see two old ass grown adults still fighting like they childhood kids and shit. But just the back and forth. He's like, why you always in competition? I can't help it. I cook better than you. You don't. I look better than you.
You're done.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. We ain't gotta go to the next part.
My
Dick bigger than yours. It was cold that night.
Hey man, listen.
Like, Willie, you ain't no player. Betty done had your ass pussy whipped for the last 25 years. Ain't nobody got me pussy whipped. I whips pussy.
For
She
sure.
like the shit out that boy. You boys look real nice to you. Bring a cup of it.
So there's a lot of niggas saying dick, man. We ain't have to go there. We all knew what it was.
Because your ass saw it on me, we can't talk about dicks.
Hey, it's the shirt, man. Listen,
And the left turn took the left turn.
Yeah.
listeners, you know, my chakra is aligned right now. I'm in a positive place. I burned some sage earlier today. All good vibes. I'm not gonna entertain that. How's everyone doing today? Everybody good? How are your weekends?
It was alright.
Yeah, it was very good. Very good.
Yeah, it didn't do too much. It was just relaxing.
Yeah. So, as we say, you know, everybody got hot topics. We're gonna call our topics hot take. Let me get on the hot take. Did anybody go and watch Dolomite Is My Name?
Yeah, I haven't seen that shit like twice already. That
Yeah,
shit
so
funny
what you
as
think?
fuck.
What you think?
I think it's funny. It's a great ass introduction to like Rudy Ray Moore and like how he got into the whole Dolomite movie. Plus, it was just funny as fuck just seeing like everybody in this like old ass day. Like Wesley Snipes was funny as fuck.
Yes.
Wesley Snipes was
That's probably my
hilarious.
favorite character.
It's cool, baby. I was like, this nigga's so bougie, bro. Like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga, bro? That shit was funny. And Craig Robinson always do a great job. Like, that nigga's funny as fuck.
I haven't seen it yet. Much like a lot of people out there with Netflix subscriptions. Once I open up the app, I am just overwhelmed by the amount of content. I don't even know where to begin. I'm going to get to it though. I saw it recently. It popped up the little title card, and I just haven't had a chance to look at anything on Netflix. Yet they keep deducting funds from my bank account. So
it sounds like you need to make that spending worthwhile and get on Netflix a little more.
yeah, man.
Step it up, man.
Yeah,
Because I'm on Hulu like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
When I was
So
paying it
you
and not
get
paying
rid
it.
of Netflix and get something else where they don't deduct your account.
Ooh.
DVDs?
I'm not gonna
Apple
say
TV or
because
something?
Yeah.
we decided last episode.
Hey, listen, man. We legit
might
now.
not be the
We legit. Hey,
best
check.
thing to do.
Allegedly there are channels one can go through to obtain content not from its intended sources or markets, allegedly. But you know, we out here, we major now. We on Spotify, Apple, you know what I mean?
Google.
You feel me? Anywhere where you listen to podcasts, we out there. So we can't endorse.
Do Tidal do podcasts?
Yeah, they do.
Do they? Are we
Yeah,
there
but
yet?
I never heard that.
Are we not there yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, fuck title.
You can't say that.
It's
Until
too
we
late
get
now.
there.
You said it.
No, I said it. No, we're fixing it post. It's all good.
Saying
Don't do-
fuck somebody.
Don't do that.
How you gonna fix it, bro?
We
You
just
could
edit
kill
that
whatever
out.
potential sponsor with that shit.
Bro, we just fix it in post.
Oh, that
It's
nigga
all
said,
good.
fuck us. They was only like 3 episodes in. I got some for that.
Bro, we really like 3.5 episodes in
Yeah.
now at this
Yeah.
point.
And this is episode 4.
Y'all shout out to everybody who checked out last week's episodes. The special episode, we was wilding out. I know there's a lot to get through, and y'all got, y'all don't have a lot of hours in y'all day, so we appreciate you taking out those precious hours out of your day to listen to us. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say that. Yeah.
Yeah, we all appreciate it.
Yeah, we all appreciate it. Appreciate the love and the support. And also, I want to give a shout out to, again, our boy Duke Liddell, aka Real People.
Dude, get on the show, man. Because we shouting you out too much. You better show up. Pull up, nigga.
I definitely think like we just need to start like probably doing like interviews of like people that we know like doing shit around here like Duke. I think that'd be like a great interview. Just
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for
kind of
sure.
getting him on like how he got started and like what's his process been like.
Oh, for
You
sure.
hear that, Duke, man? Give us, let us
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
man. We down for it, bro.
And not just him. Anybody who doing something out here. You know what I mean? If you got something going on.
Hey, is Ward still here?
No, he went to Georgia, bro.
No, I mean he came back for a little bit.
on my
To like visit, bro.
mind.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
living, like,
I know. That's what I'm saying. Was he still? Did he
Oh, we
Oh.
can reach out. We can reach out to him too.
I was saying
Yeah.
he was still in town. Get him through real quick.
Shout out to Vicious 618.
Mixtape is out. Definitely go check that out.
Yeah, he got some projects on all. Anywhere where you consume your music. Vicious
Instagram,
618.
yeah.
Check him out.
Thatpiff.com.
I don't know if niggas still using that pit, but he probably on World Star though for sure.
Definitely
Check him
on
out.
World
YouTube-
Star.
YouTube music and all that.
YouTube.
Check him out.
Show the love and support. And I also want to give a shout out to one of my homies, Reg Sinatra. Hit him up on Facebook. Very popular business oriented person.
Sinatra? That's like a stage name, or that's like his real last name?
No. I'm putting his alias out there for Facebook, man.
That shit dope.
I was thinking, I said, damn. Sinatra's just a good ass last name. Y'all hear?
But Big Reg, man, thank you for the support on the Facebook. You hit us up, and you gave us advertisement as well. So I want to throw that out there. If you got any, support and love from any other business companies, you know what I'm saying?
That shit hard, bro.
Show us some love. We'll go out there, give you a shout out, support, and also I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Anchor. Thank you again.
Yo, shout out Anchor. You keeping the lights on around here.
Thanks to Anchor for holding it down.
No pun intended.
Get the fuck out. You know what I did? I did it last week. I did it last week. So it's fine. I'll let you get that one off. You get one.
Bookshot.
Bro, because I'm saying, bro, obviously, I'm pretty sure who ain't gonna make that pun, bro. If we sponsored by Anchor holding it down.
No, for sure. Everybody get one, but like after we done like 4 of them, like niggas gotta chill. Like that's enough.
Or it could just be like the little line every time you say it.
I'm so fucking weak. I just wore that sweatsuit the other day. Just wore it, bro.
Yeah. Like one similar or the very same one? Because if y'all sharing parents, that's weird.
Yeah.
That similar one. Remember he had got 2 of those and he had gave me one as a gift?
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
you remember I walked in fucking Luna's that night with that bitch on. Had the chain on and shit. I was feeling real good that night.
I saw her. Like the main lady from Luna's.
Oh yeah, shout out to my cuz.
She
used to be the owner of Luna's Lounge, our main, I would say, headquarters. We do miss it. R.I.P. Hopefully, you'll be able to come out with another business opportunity, and then we'll come over there and support it all the way through.
Yo, I'm tired of giving away, man, all my money. Shit. Come on, give me some black on a little bar lounge, something like that. I'd be more than happy to throw on my dollars.
Pop out the Jazzy 159.
Oh yeah, shout out to Jazzy 159. Have a comment. I don't think I'm quite there yet in my life where I'm just a connoisseur of fine jazz and live music. I ain't there yet.
So I guess you a hood nigga till you die.
You can't knock it till you try it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I ain't knocking it.
Because it's not all jazz either.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
He has cover bands that come in there and they sing some old 80s, 90s, whatever.
And he has comedians too.
For sure, not knocking it. I know that right now, that kind of establishment. Not saying that I wouldn't have a good time there, but normally, like on just some regular Friday, Saturday shit, I'm just trying to kick back. Here's some bullshit music that I don't have to pay attention to. Consume a bunch of alcohol that may not even be my drink of choice, but this is what the special is. And the couch. I want to sit down. I want to get off these dogs. So these motherfuckers be barking. Bow wow. Can I get an amen? Let me get a tabernacle or something. Come on now.
Amen.
Thank you, because I know everybody here work hard. Come on now. Don't get up like that. What's up?
I'm so weak.
Okay.
I work on Fridays, so it ain't time for me to kick my feet off on Friday. Kick my shoes off. My bad.
I was like, kick your feet off.
I know.
Kick my feet up.
You meant to say kick off his shoes and
Halloween
relax his feet. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and as you can see, we do our free form topics and stuff, aka hot takes. I'm gonna pass it off to the crew. Anything y'all wanna spit your mind on?
Because I'm gonna keep spitting shots at the nigga till he respond.
Uh-oh.
So I know I brought it up last episode about people not keeping their word. But I know it's been more so with me. But there's been other times he ain't kept his word to other people. But I know more specifically, it was asked right before we started.
Yeah.
Get it?
Talk your shit.
Hot take.
What's up? You gonna name drop? You ain't gonna be pussy this episode?
Nah, I'm not. But
okay, that's cool.
We all know who it is, and he gonna know who he is too. Yeah, man's supposed to be here. Supposed to be here from the beginning. But full of more excuses than the nigga going to jail. Sitting over here, I'm gonna be at the next one. Yeah, nigga still ain't here. Made a phone call, nigga didn't answer the phone.
So
I'm just saying.
Call him on air.
I ain't gonna call him on here. I ain't gonna do that.
Now tell him he live. Watch what you say. You are live. You are live.
He gonna switch up. Right, he definitely gonna try to play it cool, bro. No sir.
Because he should have been here.
yeah, so how do you feel about that? People that wants to participate but don't really participate. How do you feel about that?
Fuck him.
Got right to it, didn't you?
There go your answer right there.
And I mean, that's fair too, because at the same time, you off and you here. You just got off work. You here.
Gang.
I'm off. I'm here. And we
Well,
all.
shit.
I mean, no knocking
hosting,
you
so
at the first
I kind
one,
of had to be.
but at
here.
the same time, everybody done pretty much been at every one.
No, necesito corona.
Except for this one
Gracias.
who definitely be off on the weekend. Ain't got nothing going on.
Ain't no shit, you know what I mean?
I mean, unless you ask him, then I'm telling you, he gonna have all these excuses.
Or her, him or her. Let's be vague.
Man, you take it to a whole nother level now. You trying to add? Okay.
No. He say he being vague. He trying to be discreet about it. No, it's definitely him.
Okay.
Yo, shout out to the Wachowski sisters.
Really?
Those are some of the top females, you know, in the movie making game. Shout out to the Wachowski sisters. I would be remiss if I didn't bring them up this episode.
Got another switches subject. So the other day I was coming home from work. I discovered a feline creature hanging out on my car. So I'm sitting there like, okay, let me see what's up with this. I get out the car I'm driving, and he runs out and runs across the street. So I'm like, okay.
Wait, when you say a feline creature, like, is that like a fancy way of talking about like a chick? Or?
No, a cat. I'm just talking about a cat.
Okay, like a real cat. Yeah. I was like, man, that's like a weird roundabout way. I was like, where you going now? You came outside. I was like, what she was doing on your car? She actually for change or a ride?
That'd be messed up. Boom. Excuse me, sir. Can I get some change?
So I see the cat run back across the street to, I guess, his owner house. Had a collar on. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I proceed to park my car. I go in the house, get my Z's, next day. Get ready for work. I come outside. I got all footprints on the hood of my car and dirt and shit. I ain't never been the one. I'm a very animal-friendly person, but when you got a freshly clean black car and all of a sudden you got all brown dirt spots on your hood of your shit, you get a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Did you hurt the cat?
I still haven't found said cat. But if you look, but on my camera system that I have eventually finally got put up, you definitely see this motherfucker coming out my garage, walking all around my yard. Though.
For sure, but you gonna have to get it like 9 times though.
Yeah, I don't care. I got
So
plenty of time.
would you say your intentions are like aggressive?
I don't want to say what my intentions are going to be.
Domestic?
All I know is I plan on getting rid of this cat one way or another, whether it be calling some people or taking care of it myself.
So
voluntary or involuntary?
So you're trying to beat that pussy up.
Pretty much.
No pun intended on that one.
Take us to the next level.
I know, fuck it.
No comment.
Right, you set that motherfucker up perfect.
Perfect line.
That was a perfect
Bro,
one.
he got that motherfucker right here, bro. I'm just like,
You just set it up.
Yeah.
Dunk on that bitch.
Just threw the alley-oop.
I was eager. I didn't want to jump the gun. That's why I was like trying to see if
I know you was waiting for the right moment. You was
he's
like,
gonna throw it off
come
the
on,
backboard. That's why I was like,
come on.
so what you trying to do to it? Anything domestic? Oh shit.
Yeah, so in movie news, two movies that I've seen this past weekend, Terminator and Dark Fate. Shout out to Terminator Dark Fate. You a piece of shit.
Wow. Well, how was Arnold in this one?
Yeah.
How was his performance?
What I'm about to say is going to be spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear this, you might want to skip it over. But
Wait, I just
but
want
fuck
to
it.
know how
But
he performed.
no, I mean his performance was good, but it didn't totally save the entire film, and he didn't come into like the third act. The movie is basically a rehash of T1 and T2 put together. Okay, you can take care. You good, man? You good?
Está bien, papi.
Yeah, you good, man. No, it's too damn. The action scenes are good, but if you go in there thinking that you're going to look at a good film, in my opinion, it's not really worth it. I definitely would give it 0 stars out of 4. It's a piece of shit.
Shit.
James Cameron.
That's how you just rated the Kanye album.
No, I'm just saying, James Cameron, fuck you, bro, because you came back here talking about, oh yes, this is going to be as good as the first two. It's a bunch of bullshit. That shit was
James
high
Cameron.
quality garbage.
Avatar, James Cameron.
Yes.
Nah, the one from 42nd and Crenshaw, that James Cameron. No, nigga, the famous producer.
Yeah, so I'm very disappointed on that. Anybody has their remarks or rejects?
I don't know.
I ain't seen the movie. Haven't seen it.
Yep.
I haven't
It
seen
looked just like every other Terminator. So
I haven't seen it, but I will argue that other than it being a new, like, maybe not new, but like a groundbreaking, you know, IP, the Terminator franchise. Like it's not like any of those movies, like any of them are like Oscar worthy. Like I don't think the bar like super high. So I'm more or less disappointed that you couldn't even reach the bar that any Terminator movie has, you know, set.
I thought Terminator 2 was like considered like probably the best one or the biggest.
Yeah, not
Yeah, I mean,
it's not a
biggest
Academy
grossing
Award
film
winner.
out of that series and stuff, but at the same time too, it broke ground in special effects and everything
Yeah,
else.
for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't taking none of that away, but I mean, like, if you just judging any of those films overall, like, we not talking about, like, Academy Awards. Like, them shits is alright, but they ain't, like...
I remember I seen bits and pieces of the Christian Bale one.
Oh, so
And then
basically
I seen-
that was
I seen the whole one where the girl was like the robot.
T3,
Yeah.
which that was I would say that's in my
Only reason
opinion
that movie
considered
still fucked me up
underrated.
because she put her arm through dude's body while he was driving.
Yeah.
And she started driving the car. That fucked me up. I was like, and then when she killed old girl boyfriend,
Yeah.
thought that was her. He was like, "What's up, baby?" I said, "Oh shit!" And then she turned the saw in his ass, and I was like, "This is pretty fucked up."
Yeah, I'm just getting tired of, you know, all these filmmakers and film producers always trying to bring back old films, which go towards the first episode we was talking about remakes and reboots, and try to bring
It's tough, man.
back another film within that series, and then you be so damn disappointing.
Okay,
This is why I appreciate movies like the Bourne trilogy, well, the Bourne pretty much series,
Yeah,
and then
franchise, yeah,
and
for
definitely John Wick, definitely the Transporter.
Oh yeah, fucking Transporter series. I think the second.
It's just fun. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I'm talking about just not like
The fir-
Oscar worthy motherfuckers,
but the first one was, like, a really solid movie,
Yeah.
though. And then they kind of got, like, more and more campy as
Yeah.
the series progressed.
Which one are we talking about? We're still talking about Terminator.
no,
Transporter.
Oh, okay.
Shout out
The
Jason
second one was
Statham.
good. I fuck with the second one. That was my
For
favorite
sure,
one.
but like the first one was like the shit,
Yeah.
and like by the time you got to the third one, like, all right, man.
yeah,
You driving cars and you kicking ass.
yeah, like Taken, the first one. That's a cult classic right there.
Yeah, it's like a little chilling
Yeah.
almost. I'm like, damn, he got a particular set of
So,
skills.
to
like your
piggyback
nose, hide the kids, hide your wife.
Yeah.
So to piggyback off that, like, do you think it's better to, like, for people when they making a movie, like, don't set the first movie standard so high, so then it'll be easier to come back and top that with a dope ass sequel, or do you feel like?
No.
Because every time we seem like niggas make a great ass movie, they got to work 10 times as fucking hard just to
But-
make the sequel.
But because
That is true, but at the same time too,
Because at the same
it's-
time,
first
even
one
though it's a
fresh.
sequel,
Yeah.
But the
I'm
first one
saying,
always
even though the
fresh.
sequel, it's like that shit gotta come with it, like right out the gate. Because we like, bro, I'm already holding you up against
Right,
the
and-
first
and
movie.
I feel like-
but at the same time, you got to stand out on your own as the sequel.
Well, I feel like as consumers, we gotta stop doing that. Like the first time, like you hear or see or experience something, like the very first time, like no other time after that is gonna be like that. Like it's gonna be some pretty good ones, but like the very first time you experience something, like that's the one. That's the one that imprints on you. That's the one that leaves the legacy, the bar that you will measure everything else after it too. And even if it's better in some aspects, it ain't the first one. You know what I mean? Like it's only like a couple examples where the first one don't mean shit. Like your first car, that one don't mean shit. You know, shit like that. That don't mean shit. But like when we talking about movies, the first time you introducing like a brand new property, some motherfuckers ain't never seen before, is groundbreaking for this reason or that reason, or is this actor's first debut, or this, you know, old actor coming back for the first time, or this seasoned actor, you know, tackling something new, whatever it is, that first one, like the first Matrix, like, oh my God, we ain't never seen shit like that ever in a movie. So
Yeah, that is true.
You used to it by the time you get to the second and third one. Not saying that some sequels ain't better than the first ones or even the third one, but
before you really break that down, let me ask you this: is there any sequel films that you would consider better than the first? For example, Jackass, the first film. It was cool. It was no, like Jackass. It was cool, but Jackass, the first Jackass was good, but Jackass number 2 exceeds upon that.
I'm saying, we had that conversation last.
Well, we was talking about
Rush Hour 2 was
Rush Hour 2
was
better
good
than the first one.
That's your opinion.
I mean, like, cause
none of this conversation will be objective facts.
Very true.
It's all gonna be subjective. But the third Men in Black was better than the second one. Way better.
Yes.
Way better.
talking about to go back in time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I even say I don't really want to count like the Harry Potter franchise because all of them was tackling a different story.
Yeah, but my personal opinion, if you're a true fan,
Get it right.
No.
Get it right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the third one.
What do you say?
Goblet of Fire.
The third
That's
one.
the fourth
That's
one.
the fourth one.
You discounted.
Prisoner Azkaban. Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
third one.
Talk,
Cool.
yeah, hey,
third
talk
one.
your shit.
Bro,
Yeah.
I know how much.
I was
Let's go.
like, Goblet of Fire, that's my
Prisoner
shit.
of Azkaban.
Goblet of Fire is my shit. But the personal, but everybody knows, in my opinion, if y'all are like
the
a
best
dedicated Harry Potter fan,
the
everybody's gonna say it's the third one.
It's the best movie and it's the best book.
Yeah, just because it's very underrated.
Guns, what you think?
It went when it started
Y'all
that dark
really-
phase.
No, I fucks with. I just gotta watch them again, I guess, to really give my full opinion.
Yeah.
No, man,
I really
because
think
I like
about
the
it.
whole-
Prisoner
I like the
Azkaban
whole-
definitely is
Yeah,
like underrated.
because
Werewolf,
it's set up. It set up everything.
The time travel, like all that.
Infinity
shit was
War was better than the first Avengers.
Oh,
I would say yes and no. I mean, yeah,
I fuck with
action wise,
Age of
but it
Ultron.
took for the first Avengers to get to Infinity.
No,
Yeah.
I get that, but we talking about just what's a better movie. Infinity was a better movie than
Well, I mean,
the
I
very
say
first
at this
Avengers.
point they all came together.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we just take-
because the first one
Well, I mean,
was about putting them
I
together.
hold
No,
first.
check,
Civil
check,
War
check.
at a high ass standard.
If you
That was a
take,
good
but that's
ass.
not we just talk. The movies that you would consider sequels in there are movies that have the same title. Civil War is not an Avengers movie; it's a Captain
Yeah.
America movie.
yeah. Even they call it Avengers 2.5.
So we got the first Avengers,
Classic,
Age of Ultron.
masterpiece.
Age of Ultron,
And you got to think of first
Very
Avengers,
underrated.
When,
A lot of people sleep on
Infinity
that.
War, Endgame.
because first Avengers still one of my favorite ones. Because that's
For
when
sure.
you got Loki talking that shit to Hulk.
Yeah.
And Hulk
Yeah.
smashed
All that.
the guy.
But listen,
Classic.
And Hulk,
but
when the Hulk went crazy, like
But that movie is weighted because all the films that came before it were story building for it. It's like the first however many movies that came before Avengers.
so was Infinity War.
No, and I get that. But we don't look at that. We can talk about that movie as a standalone movie. If you took all four of the Avengers and just watched them back to back, and you didn't see none of the intermingling movies in between, none of the caps, none of that shit, is any other Avenger film better than the original one? If we not thinking about no other movies
Infinity
in the
War.
franchise.
I mean, to me, that's how I read the first and the last one. The two were like good little fillers.
So Endgame and the original one are the ones for you. Would you say Endgame is better than the original one? I think it was. Easily.
Yes, because more people were involved. It was so much more.
So it's a better movie.
Yeah, I mean,
So a sequel can be better than the original.
Yeah.
That's an example.
Or let me.
well, but as Marvel
Age of
goes
Ultron
itself,
was like. I
Marvel
fuck with
definitely-
Age of Ultron. Like that's I fuck with that one.
But let me
Heavy as fuck.
take it up to a whole nother level. Godfather or The Godfather Part 2?
Godfather.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think Part 2
I'm
it's
not
not
even-
better
I've
than the first
seen-
one? Even though it tells
I've
two
seen
stories in one.
all three of them multiple times, but I was way too young to understand what was going on.
I'm not gonna
Godfather.
say-
My palate was not refined and cultured enough
that's
to be
a
able
great
to,
way of saying
to
it.
judge the movie.
I didn't
Yeah.
see them. I definitely just like was
Because they used to come on like Channel 11
Yeah.
on the weekends
Yeah.
all the
Or
time.
they
Shout
come on
out
like
KPLR.
AMC.
Yeah.
Or they come on like AMC or some shit like that.
Yep.
All right, bougie cable niggas for sure.
So
Yeah,
Gunner, so you saying
We was basically
the first one
245
is
11.
better? Yeah. So you're saying the first one was the best one, and Part 2 doesn't exceed
No, doesn't exceed.
A lot of motherfuckers who are here had this debate about The Godfather always say that the second one was better than the first one, and the third one was ass.
Third one definitely was ass.
Yeah, like that's the general argument that I hear about Godfather films anytime I've ever been privy to a conversation.
Which one was it where you found out Fredo did them bogus?
Second.
Okay, yeah, that's like my favorite one. I remember that shit. Bro, he was like,
Fredo, I know it was you. You broke my heart.
bro. That boy Fredo was finna shit himself. You seen the trail. You seen the trail follow that nigga. That nigga was pissing himself. He like, fuck, this nigga Michael finna kill me.
It's over.
That nigga was like, come on, bitch, get in the car. That nigga was not fucking with it.
Hold on, bro. I got one.
Oh, what's up?
The Beverly Hills Cop franchise. Which was the best one? 3 was the best one to me. 3.
Get
I
the
love
fuck
that
out of
one.
here.
I love 3. I love 3. But
3 was garbage.
I would
say 2.
I was gonna say I would accept 2.
2.
I'm gonna bow out of this one because I've only seen like the first one. I've not seen the whole set.
Really?
I play XLF, but we don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah. Remember,
That's
like,
like
nigga, we broke.
Which
We
one of your
broke.
favorite Lethal Weapons? Like,
Ooh, that's a
what
good
I'm
one.
saying?
That's
Like,
a ooh 2.
2.
2 was the darkest one, simply because
What
we
was
almost
Is
thought
that when he killed
Riggs.
the kid? The second one he shot the neighbor's son?
No, that's the third one. Second one,
Was Jet Li?
he was.
No, that's
That's
the
the
That's the fourth one.
okay. He
Second-
whooped their ass.
Yeah.
So that nigga, he whooped their ass.
Shout out Jelly.
He was like, man.
Yeah, you know he ain't doing martial arts no more because of something wrong with his body. He can't-
Third.
The nigga like 1,000,000 years old.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan is like a million.
Jet Li?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jackie Chan ain't getting down like he used to. Remember that time you seen Jordan and he didn't hang in the air like he used to? That's what Jackie Chan
But
did.
Jackie Chan can still get out there and do a movie.
Yeah, he can still go.
He can still do it.
do
I'm
it.
sure Jet Li could too.
Nah,
Right now it's all about that boy
Jet
Donnie
Li
Yen,
can't
though.
perform martial arts no more.
That boy Donnie Yen in his bag.
Get
Boy,
Yeah.
Hitman, that boy in his motherfucking bag.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen got more.
what was Die Hard?
Die Hard, first one the classic, but I think it's probably gonna be the third one. Simply because the third one they took like original story and made it into a Die Hard film. Because originally it was supposed to that film right there was supposed to be called Simon Says, and
I think the
Brandon
second one was my
Lee,
favorite
which
one.
is Bruce Lee's son, he was supposed to be doing that film
Rest
before
in
he
peace,
died.
Brandon Lee.
Shout out to you, Brandon Lee, man.
So which one is the one where Timothy Olyphant was like the bad guy?
That's Live Free or Die Hard. Now I'll give them a pass on that one. They just pissed me off. You're gonna try to make Die Hard PG-13.
Speaking of action heroes, and since we on the topic, I fucking love True Lies.
Oh yes, that's a
That was
classic right
my
there.
shit. That was my shit. True Lies.
True Lies with
Arnold
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Okay, yeah, and
I had the game on Sega Genesis.
Actually, I still got that game.
Yo, out there, if you listening, if you remember that game, tell me how fucking difficult it was. Not only to take care of the little enemies who had the camouflage on with the green shirts, with the machine guns, always busting your ass. That and the fucking boss, Crimson Jihad. Oh my fucking god, I could not beat that. Shout out to the Arabic people. Shout out to the Muslims out there. If I pronounce that wrong, I ain't trying to be offensive or nothing like that. I fuck with y'all. Praise be to Allah. However, Crimson Jihad though, yo, that's all I'm saying. That was a tough game, and I love the movie.
Shoot, another hot take. You talk about the hardest game you play. What was like the hardest game you ever played? The game that just pissed you off to the point you want to throw a goddamn controller. Like, you motherfucker.
The Water Temple from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I know there's people out there listening. You know what I'm talking about. Easily the most brain busting, ball stomping level in a game for when I was playing games, in my childhood. I'm old now, like I can get everything. No, I'm lying, because I be getting my ass beat on Lego games now. Like, I'm old.
How the fuck you gonna get your ass up on a Lego game? What the fuck?
Yo, shout out Lego.
The friendly fire feature in Lego is definitely underrated as fuck. Like,
bro,
you think you just playing and then somebody just come up and get and you just turn into a set of bricks and you just fall apart. Like, bro, what the fuck you on, bro?
I can't even get in my bag without killing player 2. 1, And then two,
I'm like, talk some shit. I'm gonna make you drop all them coins, nigga. Bah!
I was playing a level with someone who intelligence I would assume greatly exceeds mine. Like it's not even close. And we were stuck on a level for like 2 fucking hours. Like I was Superman, he was Batman, and you think we'd have the edge because he was Batman. All that detective shit didn't help. All that prep time didn't help. We were stuck on the same level. It was some stupid like you gotta walk over and like turn a knob. I looked through everything in that fucking room and had to get online and watch a YouTube video on how to beat the fucking level. And it was at that point that I realized that I just need to stick to Grand Theft Auto, some real simple shit for your boy.
I don't know. I had a couple games that was tough like that.
Fucking Metal Gear Solid. That game will piss you off on the PS1.
Fuck yeah.
Anything from
that game will piss you off. You like
anything from the Metal Gear series, bro.
Yeah.
Them is some tough.
That motherfucker me.
Oh goddamn.
Shout out Hideo Kojima.
Yes.
I know he not with them no more, but shout out Hideo Kojima.
Thank you for making a fucked up hard ass game series.
The toughest ones for me was probably Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell.
Ooh, what's the best one?
Ooh, yeah.
You better say the right answer. I'm gonna just say my pick.
I'm not gonna say the right answer. It's definitely gonna be biased as fuck. Cause I'm just.
No, you gonna say the right one because I believe in you.
I'm not going to.
While I said my beer, shout out Corona. Go ahead, bro. Where we at?
Let's see. I can't remember.
Oh my god!
Shit.
Rest in peace, Tom Clancy.
Wow. That's true.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil, man. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah, let's stay positive, man. It's tough. It's tough. We done lost a lot of at least for me, father figures. Uncle Phil was definitely a father figure. I don't know what he was doing in his personal life and shit, but that nigga helped raise me the same way that Pops did. The same way that Bill Cosby did for many years, and he all fucked up and shit now or whatever, but he wasn't doing none of that shit on the Cosby Show. Shout out Bill Cosby. I don't give no fuck what he did. Shout out Bill Cosby. Also, shout out Me Too Movement. I ain't out here shitting on y'all. I just fuck with Bill Cosby. I know some of y'all do too.
Even though y'all be bullshitting, but it's okay. It's all
I'm not saying that. I don't.
We like Tupac. We ain't managed.
I don't know, bro.
The views and opinions. R. Kelly don't get no cosign.
Well, hold on. Time out.
But it's real hard for me not to start saucing.
Yeah, I was
when
like,
I hear Fiesta.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a beam. Like when I hear Fiesta, after the party is the hotel. I'm not gonna sing it. I don't want to get copyrighted. Have a comma. You know that feeling when you hear my. You know the feeling. Shout out Fiesta.
Hold on. Since you're talking about R. Kelly, do you feel regret? Probably, this is gonna be controversial. During the day when R. Kelly was popping, that you probably fucked a couple of chicks on some R. Kelly music.
Oh, I ain't never fucked the music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I be trying to focus. That shit gonna throw me off. And if it's a banger, I don't want to start reciting lyrics, and I'm gonna be pissed if the other person present would start reciting lyrics. So nah, I ain't never fucked the music. Like I ain't lined up my stroke on beat. I wasn't going 16 BPM, none of that shit. 47 BPM, none of that. The answer you was looking for was Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. That's the one you was looking for. That's the best one.
No, I mean, I think.
But that's the definitive version.
I think that.
What about Double Agent though?
Double Agent was good.
Yeah,
I think the one I was thinking of was Conviction.
The best one was Chaos Theory. That's the one that put it on the map.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
It was either Splinter Cell and the motherfucking Uncharted series.
Hey, this shit was easy. Except till you got to the damn puzzles. The puzzles used to finish you up.
Hey, fuck, who the fuck made that? The gaming
shout out to Uncharted series. That's probably one of the best games that came out on PS4.
Shout out to Pitfall, because the Uncharted series is just a fancy Pitfall. My favorite one was Pitfall: The Mayan Adventure. I'm dating myself a little bit though. Let me shut the fuck up.
Oh, too late now.
Check.
You too late now.
Yo, did y'all hear that little Yachty joint?
Fuck Lil Yachty.
Hey, look. Anyway,
shout out Lil Boat.
talking about data, I ain't played the game. I don't even own a PS4. So if I talk about any game, I'm back in Sega N64 time.
Atari.
But like,
yeah, shit.
Banjo-Kazooie?
Yeah, like, matter, shit.
I remember Max Payne. That was one of the hard games where you get in that dream level and the shit be all woos. You gotta stay on this line.
A rubber ball and jacks. Croquet. Is that
wow, really?
Really? Oh, sorry, bro. I love
Crochet.
I love you, bro. Is it crochet? Croquet. Croquet?
Oh, I'm sorry. Croquet.
Whatever it is. My bad, bro. Anywho, where was we at?
Difficult video game.
Talking about the bullshit music you listen to.
Ooh.
Don't do that. I don't think I listen to bullshit music.
You just said somebody Lil Yachty, so
that's a black man being successful out here. I'm a champion any black man.
Okay,
in
you
today's
just
climate.
took what I said and twisted it. I said bullshit music. I ain't said nothing about a successful black man. He can be a successful black man, but he make bullshit music.
I just said, did y'all hear that little Yachty joint? That's an arbitrary selection of music that he's possibly produced.
All right,
I'm a champion him though.
Okay, since you put it out there, who the hell makes bullshit music? Like somebody.
That's subjective.
No. Who makes bullshit music?
I don't know, bro. Because it's like
Country.
It is very
subjective. Unless it's all
Hold on. How you gonna say country? But
unless it's Old Town Road.
Wow, I was about to light your ass up. Like, what the fuck?
Unless it's Old Town Road. Shout out Lil Nas X.
So you mean to tell me you wasn't listening to Billy Ray Cyrus, Achy Breaky Heart?
No.
Or
No.
What about Cotton Eye Joe?
No.
What about Cotton Eye Joe?
When Nelly made that country track, you love that shit?
Over and over again.
Never by choice. It was on the radio. You can't beat that. I ain't had no CD player in my first couple.
Yeah.
And Riding Silence?
Don't ride it. Don't say it like you not, bro.
I do now. That's a me. You know.
Let me guess, your ears are, your ear palettes are refined too.
No, they wasn't.
I prefer the silence.
I was just happy to have a car. Shit, that's what you do when you get in a car. My first 3 cars, I don't think I had a CD player at all. So whatever was on the radio, I mean, that's what I was rocking to. And if I'm at a party or something and they decide to bust out the Tim McGraw joint, shout out Tim McGraw. Yeah, I was listening to it, but never by choice. This is long before the era of streaming, and you could just pick whatever you want to play. You listen to whatever another motherfucker was playing, and you like that shit. That's how I heard about Parliament and Funkadelic. Shout out my dad. And I love them. You know, I ain't have an option. He fought that 8-track shit. You listening to what on that 8-track.
Yeah, but would you consider that bullshit music?
No.
So, in your opinion, who makes bullshit music?
Nobody, for real. I have taken.
It's gotta be.
Listen.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna keep it 100, in my years when I was younger, there were particular sounds that I was opposed to, or particular artists because they made those sounds, here or there. But everybody, there's a listener for anything that you make. Any song that you make, like Blueface out here signing records.
That's who make
E40 reject.
That's who make music to me.
E40,
I didn't listen to
E40 2.0.
I didn't listen to a lot
E40
of this niggas
2.0. You can even say Silk the Shocker 2.0.
Yeah, but Silk the Shocker was better than that motherfucker.
Yeah, and
even Silk the Shocker
I just don't like
was
his
just
voice,
bad.
bro. Like the way he,
he still went platinum.
Yeah, it's somebody out here. It's an audience for anything that you make. So I've learned to, hey man, listen. If you like it, I love it. I'm there.
I don't know, bro. It's just a lot of niggas out right now that just sound so much alike. I just feel like I could be naming one of them and really be talking like.
It's because of the fucking the traps season.
Like at first I'd be like, I used to kind of like knock Lil Uzi, and I'd be like, Lil Uzi. But I'm like, Lil Uzi was cool.
But
like,
we can't blame trap because the same shit that we mad at that trap music allegedly caused. So everybody who came out after Future on down is who most niggas our age is mad at. But hold on. But that same trap genre gave us T.I., gave us Jeezy, gave us Gucci, and a whole list of other motherfuckers that we don't mind turning up the radio to the knob fall off and listening to.
You're gonna have to check.
But here's why, because that era of trap was talking about selling drugs. This motherfucking group is talking about using drugs. It's a whole different dynamic.
What was they talking about in the 60s and 70s?
Okay, but you talking about the trap.
So it's
you
just,
talking about the trap.
But
like,
ain't music always a reflection of what's going on?
Yeah, but I'm still saying.
So
like,
you can't. So when you turn on the news, what you hear about? The blank epidemic, the blank crisis, the opioid this, the fentanyl that, the heroin this, the heroin that, the pill popping this, the legalization that, but this getting you fucked up this. Like,
but I feel
the
like
music is a reflection of the times. Like,
But
a lot of
then,
I mean, but still, like,
thing is a usage now. Even when the crack epidemic, they weren't using crack; they were selling.
All
crack.
niggas rapped about fiends all the time.
Yeah,
Fiends
sell
couldn't
it to 'em,
yeah,
but
but
not
fiend
use
because
it.
a fiend can't get a record deal.
Yeah, but at the same time,
And there's a whole lot of talented ones on social media. A fiend couldn't get signed, but I'm sure even Project Pat talked about powdering his nose a little bit so he'll stay awake on the block. Like niggas was using back then. It just wasn't the narrative now.
Yeah.
And the narrative in music is always driven by what the audience wants to hear.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time too, there
I feel
was
like the
good
drug selling
quality music
wasn't
that
like-
was coming out
I feel
back
like
then.
you didn't
When I
hear as
say
many
trap,
drug
I'm
use
talking
things
when
in
we're
the
talking about
news,
trap,
when
we're
niggas
talking
was just
about
selling it.
the people that came up along the way,
'Cause
everybody wanted
create
to
that
sell
music
it.
and style.
It wasn't about
Now the next generation,
Yeah, I'm not trying to talk.
it's
about
bullshit music. There's,
I
might say it's
I was gonna say
subjective,
I don't think it's bullshit music because if it's somebody who was 2 generations behind us or 1 generation behind us, our greatest hits. So the music that I probably connect with the most, even though I am very much so a child of all the great 90s groups, I older siblings, my mom listened to everything Tupac had, every last album, all CDs. My sister listened to Bone. My sister had both of B's albums. So I had influences from both coasts. And I listened to like fucking Crucial Conflict and Twist and Do or Die and all that shit because I'm a Midwest baby.
Yeah.
So I heard music from all around the country when I was coming up. My dad was fucking Parliament and Funkadelic, Boots Collins, the Eagles, Led Zeppelin, all that shit. So I got everything. My mom, Motown baby. So I heard all of that shit too. I've had all influences.
Yeah, so with that being said, there's got to be
but check
bullshit music too that you
listen,
don't like.
listen. If we take somebody now, so we are on average 10 or 15 years older than the kids who are listening to today's music.
Yeah.
So go back 10 or 15 years from where we are now, and then ask them about the shit that you like. I could ask them about Waka. And Waka Flocka is a well-respected motherfucker if you 30. Like I am. If you 29, 30, 31, Waka Flocka, Gucci Mane, T.I., Jeezy, all them motherfuckers is well-respected. Even Lil Wayne. But I know motherfuckers who 10, 15 years older than me don't fuck with none of that. When Lil Wayne was running around talking about on the Best Rapper Alive, they was still quoting verses from fucking Eric B. and Rakim and Big L and Big Daddy Kane and all that shit. My dad still think that the breaks from Curtis Blow is what a rap song's supposed to be, and the shit that we listening to now, even when it don't matter. Any era that I was listening to music, he wasn't fucking with none of that. The last rap album I heard him listen to was The Chronic. Shout out Dr. Dre. That's it. That's where it stopped with him. And if you've heard The Chronic, it had heavy influences from the Funkadelic era. So it was just like him hearing the shit he was already listening to. And that's where it stopped. He'll fuck with some Snoop and shit, but Dre was producing for him, so it's Dre 2.0.
Yeah.
At least sonically speaking. But he ain't fucking with none of that shit that came after. He wasn't fucking with like no Pac and Biggie. He wasn't fucking with no Do or Die. He wasn't fucking with no Crucial Conflict, no Twister, no Jay-Z. No, none of that shit. That wasn't his lane. That shit corny to him. Like all these motherfuckers is talking about, like, he lived through the crack epidemic. He lived through that shit. So when he heard rappers talking about the fucking crack epidemic and seemingly glorifying it, he had the same problem that we or that people now have a problem with people talking about drug using. My dad had a problem with the drug sellers because he was in the hood. He was in the community. He had things coming up. My dad sold back in the 80s. He was slanging out of a gas station.
Yeah.
So he had a problem with motherfuckers who was glorifying drug selling the same way we got a problem with people who drug using.
Yeah.
So like I get where people coming from, but like like I said at first, like all that shit's subjective. Like nobody makes bad music because there's an audience out there for all of it. There is music that I would prefer not to listen to. I prefer not to listen. I prefer music. I'm sorry, I just went on a rant.
Let me rephrase it.
I prefer not to listen to country music, and I prefer is some people who are rapping today. I'm not gonna put no names out there, but there are some artists out there today, and I believe that while they are talented, because to write a song is way tougher than motherfuckers who think that music critics think. Like it's very hard to create not only just a song, but 12, 13, 14, 15, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects. That shit is tough to come up with verses and hooks and refrains and structure and bars and all that shit. So I respect the craft because I can't do that. That's not what I'm talented in. However, compared to the people who I idolize musically, they just not up there. There are people out there like that who are making music currently today who I feel like are beneath what I am used to listen to or what I would call like that's a slap. However, on that same token, just like we just shitted on Lil Yachty, shout out to Lil Yachty, young rapper NLE Chopper, who be rapping in the same vein as a lot of these new dudes, when I hear his shit, I like it. As compared to another rapper who I might dislike. So, I mean, the same group of motherfuckers that we shitting on, the same people who gave us like A Boogie if you don't like A Boogie, or Lil Yachty if you don't like Lil Yachty, or Lil Uzi Vert if you don't like Lil Uzi Vert. That same generation of rappers also, the same people who gave us Famous Dex gave us Kendrick Lamar. They gave us Kendrick Lamar too.
Playboy Cardi and Famous.
The same people who gave us Playboy Cardi gave us J. Cole. All of them niggas is in the same generation. They birthed that whole generation because we could call rap 10 years. You call it 10 years, each decade.
Yeah.
That's how we usually go.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi and J. Cole came out in the same decade.
Hey, shout out 21 Savage.
Shout out 21 Savage.
That's my nigga.
Yeah, but the same.
I'm like 21. That's my nigga, bro.
The same. It is all in the same. That's in the same decade. So it's
That's
hard.
crazy,
It's
bro.
hard to shit on
Fucking Kendrick
people.
Lamar and goddamn Lil Pump.
Same generation.
I know.
They're in the same generation.
That's
like if
terrible.
you the very first time Kendrick Lamar entered the Billboard, and the very first time Lil Pump entered the Billboard, or the very first time they entered all major streaming, because there's a lot of rappers who rap underground, but like let's not be pussy. We ain't including none of that shit. We talking about when you were a major artist. When we can open up Spotify and listen to you, shout out Spotify, or we can open up Apple Music, shout out Apple Music, and listen to you. Them niggas is in the same 10-year gap.
Shout out Tidal.
Man, fuck Tidal.
That's twice.
Just Tidal.
I love you, Tidal. I'm fucking with you.
I was about to say,
shout out Ho.
You can sponsor the rest of the crew. We will leave Michael Stein out of the contract.
Put the beer down. Put the beer down.
Yo, put the beer up. Yo, can I get one of these green boys, por favor? Necesito cervezas.
With that being said, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a little break on that, but we're definitely going to come back on that subject. So go ahead and pop a beer, relax and chill. We'll be right back.
Yeah.